Change was really formed sort of as a response to the lack of response from administration. That frustration amongst the multicultural organizations. We all got together, and then from there we really started to sort of organize together and started to create procedures, a constitution, things like that.
So I think when we look at what change is in its current iteration, it is a coalition of all of the leadership of the culturally based clubs and organizations. So I think at its focal point, it's meant to be a network of support for all of our culturally based clubs and organizations to kind of be able to bounce ideas off of each other, get that support from one another, collaborate, which is huge.
Change means to me a place that allows for people of different minority groups, as LGBTQ or like a racial minorities. It's a place for them all to come together to enact and make sure that they are represented and that things are great for everyone.
Through the Change organization, this year specifically, we've created a list of 13 demands, which are demands that we would like to see worked on by administration. And these demands cover issues such as the lack of safe spaces for underrepresented populations, the lack of attention to instances of bias or insensitivity in the classroom. Those lists of 13 demands really cover our main objectives and goals that we want to see covered by administration.
Being at a predominantly white institution, sometimes it's hard to find yourself represented in certain areas, especially depending on the major that you're in. So Change just strives to not only help educate the people around us and the people here on campus that want to be educated, but it's also just providing, again, that safe space. A lot of times I know there's this division. There's like, this is them and this is us. But really all we want is for it to all be us, because that's what it is, we're a community.
For students who are interested in change and want to support change, I would say, really pay attention to what we're doing in terms of the list of 13 demands or written statements that we've given to the Board of Visitors and to SGA.
It's great to have students who are not underrepresented students support us, and that's amazing. And we hope that one day every student can recognize that change initiatives are student initiatives. It's not just for change, it's for every single student on this campus.
Participation comes with education. When you participate in these events that we put on, you start to see things that you've never seen before. You start to see the disadvantages that minorities go through, or you see the beauty in our culture that makes you want to keep on educating yourself about this culture, or keep pushing forward for this culture, or anything for this organization.
Being aware of change helps to, me better navigate and find people who I can personally relate to on cultural levels and stuff, and it's just something that it should be cherished on Longwood. It should be appreciated a lot more than it is currently.
I think the main goal of change is just to create a welcoming and safe environment for all students where we all feel welcome and included, and we feel seen and heard.
Community,
Humanity,
Allyship,
Networking,
grace,
equity, change.